Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide this meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, which I so love, we connect to our higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom, and it could take any kind of form, but that form will resonate with something that has to do with your soul. So it doesn't matter whether it's a rainbow, or it's an horizon, or it's a being, or a light, or a tree, or an animal, an equation. It doesn't matter, but just ask your higher self to take form and let it take form. And then we'll draw the higher self into our body so that we sit in meditation. I will do an Om sound so that you can push the button on your computer or your apparatus so that you're able to meditate for as long as you want with your higher self. In the second part of the meditation, we call this the art of radiance, in which we reach up into the cosmos and we pull down a beam of pure white light. We command it down through the top of our heads, down into our solar plexus area, our stomach. This is the center of our emotional body. And from there, as we exhale, we laser that energy out across the planet and back up into the cosmos. And that's all we do in the second part. That breathing, you breathe in when you're drawing the light down. You exhale through your mouth. When you're exhaling, exhale it out and allow it to flow back into the cosmos. That will bring you into a deep state of meditation. And so we'll just do a little Om after that. And in the third part, each week we pick a situation or something that's happening and we focus this beautiful, meditative, peaceful energy out into the world. And we focus it in a particular theme, particular way. What I'm noticing right now with all that's happening on the planet is that people's spirits are down because we're caught in this tiger chasing his tail of the moment here. And we can't see that we are in a funnel of initiation and this is perfect and we're moving through it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to extend out. We're going to ask humanity what frequency of light, what color it needs to uplift the spirit of everyone so that we can use a higher energy. That's what calls in a future that is better for us all. That's the third part. We'll begin right now to practice a little bit this breathing so that we already bring ourselves into a meditative state. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top for a moment. And now exhale through your mouth, making a little sound, and exhale very slowly. This triggers your brain to move into a meditative state. Breathe in through your nose. Hold at the top. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you at this moment. Matters not what form comes, but that you call upon a visual or a sense. You can feel your higher self or hear it as well as see it. Ask your higher self to take form now. Again, it can be any form. Ask your higher self to touch the place in your body where you are holding your own divine essence at this moment. Just imagine that your higher self is touching that place where you are accessing your divine source. Just imagine touching someplace. Focus your consciousness on that place and begin to breathe in and out through it. as if you are making an opening there, which is what you're doing. Breathe in and out to that higher self-touch. And now draw your higher self in through that point. Feel its energy coming into you and sit in meditation with your higher self. Om. Imagine that you are reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beautiful beam of pure white light. Pull that beam right through the top of your head. Allow it to come down into your solar plexus. Feel the light there opening that energy. And then laser it out across the planet and back into the cosmos. And we're going to do it with our breath. So breathe in. Draw the light down through you into your solar plexus stomach. Exhale through your mouth across the planet. Extend it out. Back into the cosmos. And just continue that breathing in, drawing it in, lasering it out. Continue to do that. Om. Imagine that you are bringing all of the 8+ billion humans into your mind's eye, all humanity, all together. And now ask humanity what frequency of light, what color it needs from you to uplift each and all of us, to uplift our spirits so that we are able to feel that we can participate, that life is sacred, that we can go forward. Imagine the color that pops into your consciousness now that humanity is asking from you. Reach up into the cosmos as we did before and imagine that you're pulling down exactly that color down through the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and laser that color directly out to this mass of humanity. And feel humanity, having asked for that color, receiving it. And in receiving that frequency of light, that all of humanity is feeling an uplifting of their spirit. A little bit more, drawing it down, giving it to humanity, and experiencing the sense that all spirit is being uplifted. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath and open your eyes. Good. There actually is a second part to this meditation. It's called knowings. And every week from around the world, and every month, since we're doing this now by month, people send in questions that they would like for us to focus upon that would illuminate ourselves and everyone who is participating. Allison will tell us the questions that have come this time. Allison, what came to us?
The first question is, Chris, what would you say to someone who has lost their faith in a higher power, and also faith in people? This someone is me. And really, I'm not depressed, just disillusioned. And I miss the happiness and warmth that comes with trusting a source energy and other people. But the trust has been completely knocked out of me. I would very much appreciate your help.
Well, you're certainly not alone in that. First of all, I would say that you have inherited, as all of us have, a psychogenetic imprint about source energy, about the divine energy that needs to be shifted. And that is that somehow Source would bring the happiness to us, that it would provide for us, it would protect us somehow from each other, from ourselves, from the world. And this is very human, but really not as expanded as is the truth of the cosmos. So we want to let go of why isn't Source taking care of this? Because look what's happening, and surely Source would fix it for us. No, and here's the kicker, my friend. You are the Source. You are the Source. And so when you say you're disillusioned, it's because, again, your expectations are looking out and saying, why can't you be human? Why can't you be kind? Why is it this way? Of course, the spiritual answer to that is, you're here. You and I and all of us are here as a soul family, purposefully. We're what my higher self calls the cleanup crew. So what we're seeing is not, as you're feeling, the essence of our capacity of humans. We are replaying a bit the history of human evolution, which is very slow. But we're doing that because we are here to dissolve that away, to say, no, this is not who we are at our level right now. And so when you want the happiness and the warmth and the love, you live it. You recognize, you remember that you are the Source, that the Source is in you. We have this illusion that others make us happy, or something outside us makes us happy, something that's beautiful, or something that makes us safe, that makes it okay. No. You're the one that will make yourself happy. And so I recommend that you really feel that and live that, because if you do, you can't imagine how powerful your presence is, and how others will, because we are a copying species, and people will begin to be uplifted, as we were doing before, because of you. So take that as a wonderful opportunity to open up in ways so that you're not disillusioned. And what my higher self always has said to me, look deeper, look deeper. The terrible things you see on the outside, the soul is still perfect, it cannot be damaged. And so practice the art of what we call at the Light Institute, piercing the heart. Look deeper, and you will find a person, a being in there who actually is truly part of the Source, part of divinity. And if you mirror that back to them, that is what they will live. And that is your purpose and your destiny. Try that. Great love. Allison?
By the way, that question was, the person asked me to tell you it was from your home state of California.
Oh, sweet. Hello, California. Yes.
The second question is, Dear Chris Griscom, thank you for your Instagram about finding new ways of expressing the divine source. I am deeply grateful for this teaching. I would love to hear from your cosmic perspective why you think so many religions, past and present, have implemented strict rules, regulations, and stipulations about worshiping their idea of God. They all seem so constrictive and limiting in light of an infinite, expansive source energy.
You're touching on exactly why I've been doing incarnational work all my life, because we've forgotten who we are. And so religions and all groups who are trying to access the divine source, calling it God, they're trying to access something that can't be touched by the limitation of physicality. So we've constructed around what would God want through our own lens our humanness. Well, God would want us to be nice. God would want us to be good. And then we develop all these ideas about what it is to be nice and what it is to live a life that would be worthy, again, of God's attention, which is, again, very, very human, very quaint, to think that the God is up there watching you and seeing if you're good or not. So it is this dilemma of wanting to access something that we know inside us. We know our spirit, we know our soul, we know that we belong to the universe. We've had many incarnations of the soul for its evolution. And so, but we have no way, unless we expand our consciousness, to access that which is invisible, untouchable, unfixable for us. So we try to define it and construct it in human terms. And so we think this is what is good, this is what is godly, this is what God wants, and we have all of these very funny ideas from my perspective, from a cosmic perspective, that of course you live this life and then you're going to go to heaven if you're good. Now, why has that been placed into our consciousness by religions and organized structures? Because we have wanted to gather our groups, our tribes, our whatever, and so we say this is how you get in. So we even created the idea of if you do what you're supposed to do, what we tell you to do, you'll be rewarded by God, and you'll get to a place called heaven. Well, I would say that heaven is an energetic that we have in the astral of our planet, a higher frequency of consciousness. But it has nothing to do with what we do or don't do in our lives. It has to do with the capacity of our consciousness to embrace higher frequencies that are not dependent on if you're good, you get this. You see how this is like parents, at controlling and controlling and making sure that no one goes astray. Because if they go astray, they're not part of us, and then we do the them and us. So all of this is perhaps part of our mandate as a soul group to clean this up. It's not about what you do or what you don't do. The soul is perfect. It's about the conscious awareness to express that which is invisible, that which is untouchable, that which is cosmic, and to recognize that, of course, you are part of that. It came with you into body. Nothing is so less. Many religions feel that the body is less than divine. Of course it's not. It is an expression, and it's not that it has to be human. Are not whales, are not flies, somehow part of the magic of a higher consciousness. And so what I would say is, don't bother yourself about that, but begin to practice the art of expanding your consciousness, becoming part of the universal energies that don't need laws, they don't need control, they don't need a hierarchy. This one is better than that one, but can see, as I was saying a moment ago, that can see the soul, that can see the cosmic source energy in everything and everyone. Great love. Allison, I believe we have one more.
We do. The last question is, Chris Griscom, I consider you our cosmic mother, and I'm so grateful you are on the planet right now. Will you please do an exercise in consciousness to help clear the Earth's atmosphere from all of the interference of technology? I feel like all of the satellites around the planet are cutting us off from cosmic energies that feed our souls.
Well, first I would say that it is ourself that allows that concept to be there. All of those satellites and all of those scientific things that create ways to communicate across the planet cannot really separate us from the cosmos. They certainly can create pollution, but it is we ourselves that again have this idea that something else makes reality. We have a concept, is a psychogenetic concept of blame. So it's easy to say, well, these satellites are interfering. No. From the beginning of time, when there were no satellites, we still had that problem. We still could not figure out how to access the unmanifest because we forgot. That's why I do incarnational work. We forgot that we're a part of that we have come again and again, always as within the flow of evolution. So what I would say in a meditation right now is to look up at all of those satellites and somehow extend an energy to them that allows their energy to align with radiation, to align with the frequencies that are coming into our planet, that are in the cosmic streaming, so that they are not destructive to the planet, because they're not destructive to us in terms of cutting us off from the divine source. We're cutting ourselves off from the divine source. But I love that you asked for this, because it allows us to realize that through our consciousness, we could actually influence those satellites, all of that space junk that is out there, so that they can demanifest. This is, a high level of physics, that the manifest can through the power of the observer, is quantum physics, dissolve into the unmanifest. So if you want to dissolve it, that may be a karma for you to dissolve it. Myself, I would want to align it, because I know we're not going to get rid of it. But we can begin to align the inventors, those who are creating this, those that are supposedly protecting its energy, that they haven't been able to do yet because they can't see the whole of it. They have the technology to keep it up there, maybe. Some of it's falling down right now. They got it up there, but they don't see a hologram. They don't see how that is influencing cosmic energies coming in, or the energetic play of earth and sky. The Native American would say, only earth and sky last forever. Well, what's in our sky is not lasting forever. So let's do that meditation. And we do it with light, because remember that everything is made of light. So when we ask, and you could focus on satellites or debris or pollutive energies that are being placed in the stratosphere or different levels, all the way out into truly the cosmic streaming. Not just our atmosphere, but beyond that. And know that when your consciousness focuses on what is needed, and this is what we're going to ask our higher selves to show us, what is needed that will bring about a harmony, so that there are not energies out there that are being destructive to our earth. But remember, nothing can separate you from your source. It's just that we become busy on these levels, busy with our cell phones, busy with the technologies that we think make us communicate with each other and around the world. But the most important communication is our communication with our higher selves, with our soul energy, and with the cosmic frequencies. And truly, nothing can stop that. But you have to look for it. Close your eyes. Now, ask your higher self to bring into your mind's eye that kind of pollution, that kind of destructive energy that is floating around out there. the technologies that are disturbing the natural flow of radiant energies, or energies that come down to the earth, that come from the earth, all of those things. So see how your higher self shows it to you. It might show you as satellites. It might show you as streaming from planes. It might show you 1,000 different things that are disrupting. Perhaps even things you haven't even thought of, but your higher self is going to show you right now that you may not even have a name for. Let your higher self show you that which needs to be aligned or moved away or reinvented so that it serves a purpose that does not create a barrier or a sense of barrier between ourselves and the infinite cosmos. See what you get right now. Take a deep breath and ask, show me, higher self, what I should focus on that is disturbing the balance and distracting me, creating a separation that I feel between myself and the divine source of the cosmos. You might see something, you might hear something, you might feel something, however your higher self shows this to you. See what comes right now. Now ask your higher self to show you the brightest, most radiant white light, because that's the source. It's the absolute source of that which comes into manifestation and that which we can't even see because the radiance and the speed is far beyond us. So let your higher self show you a brilliant, radiant white light that will serve the purpose of rebalancing or dissolving or speeding the evolution so that everything of our technology comes into harmony. And for that to happen, we have to go into quantum physics. We have to go into the cosmic pure energies that we have no access to at this moment. But you can, right now, through your consciousness, imagine it. See what comes to you. See what it is that your higher self is showing you. Now feel that radiant white light and draw it in like we did before, but the purest of pure coming from your higher self, coming in and into your solar plexus, which is this point of reference, and laser it into whatever technology, whatever is creating a disturbance or a destructive energy or an interruption of cosmic flow that you perceive. Laser it right into that and see what happens. You may feel that all of a sudden that technology, those instruments that are there dissolve away. They go from the manifest to the unmanifest because they are changed by your observation. This is a cosmic law. So do it now. Whether you want to remove it from the visual dimensions or you want to quicken it, use the radiant light. Might be a light that you've never really focused on. It's so radiant, so bright. Just do it and see what happens for you. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. I'm very grateful to you for asking for this meditation for so many reasons. One of which is to help us to recognize that we have the right and we have the consciousness that can enter into cosmic law, enter into the streaming of the cosmos, and that which needs to be there, that which needs to quicken, that which needs to be unmanifested, all of it. so that we begin to do that without allowing it the power of separating us. The more that you connect with your higher self, the more that you know that you are a universal cosmic energy. That's how you exist, whether you're in body or not. That it's the direction of consciousness that creates the shifting and the evolution of all that is, has been, or will be. My great love and respect. Great love.